ride the pony.
Ready for this?
Yes.
We're going off the cuff. You know what that means?
No.
It means Daddy's just gonna freestyle.
Is this an hour and...
It's gonna be an hour and whatever it's gonna take.
Yeah. You keep talking, you keep running your mouth, it's gonna be a while.
Because we give it whatever it takes, you know what I mean?
Give it all you got. Give it all you got.
Welcome to the Higher Energy Superpower. This is episode 24 of the Turbo Duo Cast. I am your host, Salvatore Mata, and to my left is my brother from another game show lover. He is the oral assassin. He puts the ass in classic gaming. Everybody, it's Trent E. Wright the third. And joining us on a very special 24, a very special episode. It's Turbo Duo and a half. It's the little man. It's Captain P for Pikachu, Salvatore, Thomas, Mata, not the third.
Okay, they know my name.
No, they don't. Pikachu!
Okay, I'm Pikachu. Pika.
What's going on, little guy?
I am good.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Excellent. What are you excited about?
Life.
Yeah, and doing games.
And doing games. Absolutely. Because you know what? The name is the game, and the game is what we talk about.
And you play to win the game.
Absolutely. Just like they said in EA Sports, if it's in the game, it's on Turbo Duo.
I don't think they said that.
No, that's what we said. So that's all that matters.
And if it's got to be clean,
yeah,
it's got to be tied.
So we hope you guys are having a great afternoon, day, evening. It's been a little while since we've been back together.
Let me go first.
We want to assure everybody the Turbo Duo is alive and well, and we will get back to regular programming.
You could say we're thriving.
We are doing some good things. We haven't been able to record, but we wanted to let you guys know we wanted to drop in for a somewhat quicker episode. We're going to do some pickups today, but we also wanted to let you...
It's not quick. It's an hour.
You know,
it's going to be short on time, but long on content.
Let me tell you something, Sal. This doesn't work if you're talking over me while I'm talking. Okay, so you gotta follow the cues and let Daddy speak. And then
What are the cues?
The cue is when I'm talking, you don't talk.
Yeah. Watch your mouth and help me with the show.
Okay, the show.
Okay, the show.
Okay.
The show must be on.
This is called the introduction. Okay, I got my Sicilian hand up, so you better watch it. All right.
Sicilian.
You don't want to get smacked on air.
Yeah. So we've got some things planned for the end of the year, guys. Here we're recording in early October. We're gonna try to get a Halloween episode out to you guys as well, but we wanted to just check in with you here and let you know that we're still alive and well, and we got some content coming for you. So just be patient. Thank you guys for hanging with us, and we're just gonna get it started and get into it. So, you know, we don't have any topics today. We don't have any specific games to cover.
You know what? As Foreigner said, I need to take a little time.
Absolutely. So we're going to just talk about some of the pickups that we've gotten over the past month or so.
4 months.
Well,
there's many pickups. That's why we had to dedicate a whole show to it.
When was our last episode launched?
July 28th, 2021.
All right. So we've been gone for a couple of months. So we got a couple of months of pickups here. I don't have a crazy amount. You looks like you got a decent amount there.
My stack is always bigger, baby.
Listen, I'm fine with that. It's not about the highness of your stack. It's how you play it.
That's what people with short stacks say.
Listen. Sometimes a short stack is worth more. You know, you never know.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So you just
if you're a loser.
Well, Mr. Big Money, since you talk a big game, why don't we get started with your first game?
Hey.
Let the people know what you're working on. Hopefully, you guys have been getting some pickups. Hopefully, you guys have been out there.
You have like a bunch
the one
of
thing,
games
again, quiet. The one thing I will comment on is I think that when you look at the gaming landscape as far as the secondary market, it seems like, and Trent, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like the market has started to ebb back to normalcy a little bit. Maybe not all the way. What is your perspective on that?
I always love to prove you wrong.
That's fine.
But I think you're onto something here. I mean, it's there are some games where I've seen go down a little bit.
From where?
What do you
from the height?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just one I know in particular would be
Magic Knight Ray Earth.
Nope, no one's asking about
Okay.
that. But for some reason, the NCAA football 2014
That's the one I know as skyrocketed.
it was like $120 for a while, but now if you go online, you'll see it for like 60 to 70. So
that's a special. That's a really special case though, because they stopped making NCAA games.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's like just one of the games that was like crazy high for a ridiculous reason. And another one I noticed was Mario Sunshine in the GameCube, which was for some reason going for like 100 or something like that.
I sold that at a Congo 2 years ago for $20 to a guy just because I wanted to get rid of it.
Why would you want to get rid of it though?
Sunshine is terrible.
Okay.
Sunshine is the worst. Yo, battle me, bro. Sunshine is the worst representation of a Mario game
Supersonic racing.
for as long as I've ever seen Mario games.
There's no time in a mile. Everybody, everybody, everybody.
I mean, it is your show, so
Everybody supersonic racing.
Okay, yeah. We got the supersonic racing. We'll play it on the outro for you.
and so you're including like Mario is missing.
No.
No, I understand
Because
that,
Mario
no.
is Missing is not a mainline Mario game. That
No,
was
I understand.
that was Mario 128. That was the showpiece, right?
I got you.
That was the big kahuna. And it came out and it was like, what is this?
He's got a backpack
Yeah.
that with a fountain.
With a fountain that he's got to wash walls with. It's like, wait a minute. Listen, Nintendo, I appreciate the going outside the box here, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Now you have listen, there's gonna be people that like Mario Sunshine, right?
I understand. Yeah.
But there's a lot of people in this world, right? So I mean, there's gonna be somebody who likes. Listen, there's somebody who thinks Friday the 13th on NES is the best game ever.
Sir, I understand.
All right, so that's all I got to say about that. So that's come down.
Yeah. There's definitely like certain games. A lot of the Wii games for some, like at the height of like last year during like the shutdown, like for some reason. Oh, I know the reason is just people just wanted to play the
People
Wii.
are home.
And like the Wii games were like Wii systems were like crazy. Like I would find them and just flip them like right away, like $100.
How much is a Wii now?
Now, I mean, you can get, if you went to like a local video game store, you can get one for like $60. You know.
Okay.
And that's
not bad.
What I usually like sell one for. Where before you get like easily $100 for it. You know.
I remember that.
So yeah, some certain stuff has come down. I think like the more mainstream games have come down a little bit, but I think still the collector's ones are still at that higher level.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
because those are the ones that
they never go back down. It seems like those
because those are the ones that the collectors always want, so they're gonna pay collectors prices for them. Whereas in like the more mainstream games have gone down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I think we're all about people having the opportunity to have experiences with a lot of these old games, especially the younger generation. So if that's going down, that means that there's more people that have access to them, which makes me happy.
And we're all happy for you.
Yeah. So let's get started with you, Trent. What do we got on deck for you? What can we titillate the audience with?
We got all hands on deck.
Well, that's better than all hands
and
on something else.
And if you got two hands, you got to hold something.
Mm-hmm.
And something, that thing that holds, may quench your thirst.
Ooh, quench gum?
Close.
Okay.
Picture it. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Sprite.
You're 9-10 years old.
Yeah.
Putting on your shin guards.
Gatorade.
Putting on your shorts.
Power bars.
And getting that Columbia Wyndham
Soccer Association, CWSA, recognized. Woo woo.
So what else? You got the shirt, you got the shorts.
Yep.
You got the cleats, you got the shin guards.
Yep. Socks.
Now what else do you need?
Orange slices.
Correct.
You need your balls.
Well, you just need eyeball.
Yeah.
If you got to quench your thirst.
Gatorade, right? No?
All right, I guess. I guess you don't have two eyes. So what I have first is
a water bottle. Quench your thirst. Isn't that a Gatorade slogan?
You're sitting right next to it.
Contigo, your Contigo water bottle.
What I have is an officially licensed Atari Jaguar.
What everybody needs.
Water bottle. That is my first pickup and the most important. because
Always.
if you're gonna drink, you have to drink out of an official Atari Jaguar water bottle.
I hope you guys like PVCs because they're going right down your throat.
And these are like the exact ones every kid had in the 90s. Like the plastic one with the
everybody absolutely
with the cool straw and little top on them that you just chew on.
Yeah, that's why we're all screwed.
So that's a nice little collector's piece. I don't think
that is pretty cool.
Someone put it up on eBay and they had like 10 of them or whatever, so I had to buy one. I think it was like $15. Well worth it. It's gonna go in a box for right now, but eventually it will be on display.
It'll be on display for nobody to see
with all the splendor. Yeah. Eventually someone will come over and I'll be like, hey, have you ever seen an Atari Jaguar?
They're gonna be like, maybe.
Well, have you ever seen an Atari Jaguar water bottle?
Maybe. I don't care enough to know.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I was like, I think I've heard of it. I'm not really sure.
So that's all exciting, and we're all excited about that, and we can't help to have our excitement. But if you could give us a real game,
I'm gonna go twice.
a water bottle's not really.
Yeah, but I mean, it's very important.
Listen, it might be important to you. Nobody else cares. So go ahead.
Well,
what else you got?
I'm gonna keep it in the Jag land.
Oh my gosh.
And
it's a CD game.
So one game I have picked up recently for a fairly decent price, which I actually already have the box for, is the sequel to Hover Strike on the Jaguar. Is Hover Strike Unconquered Lands for the Atari Jaguar CD.
Is that really a sequel or is that an expansion?
Prequel, sequel, continuation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm with this game. I'm 10%.
Of your way through
the Atari Jaguar,
CD catalog.
I need 10 more games to complete it. Yeah. And then maybe, but I do like
that. Looks
this,
like it's in really good shape.
Yeah, they came in like a big box, and I do like this like the Digipack CD came, so it comes with the controller overlay, and then you fold it up. It's got the CD here, and then it's got the massive booklet here. I mean, they didn't skimp on the packaging, but they just skimped on the games.
So wait a minute.
All show, no grow.
This came in like a 3DO case?
No, because the 3DO case hold the CD, right?
No, but what I mean is that did this come with an additional case?
Yeah, a box, like a bigger version of an Atari Jaguar box, and this was inside it.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
So
you need to get that, or what's the plan?
I have the box.
You
already.
have it?
Yeah, I got it like last year.
Oh, okay.
For like $10 or something like that.
All right.
So yeah, I'm well on my way. Eventually, we'll get a Jaguar CD, and we can say we have that.
What are those going for?
Eventually, we'll get one. I don't know when, but eventually.
It's got to be in the box.
That's a problem.
Yeah. They only made 5, and 4 of them are at the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Salvatore.
It's in the box. That's a problem.
I think that the people would be really interested in knowing what your first game is.
In my superhero work.
So,
oh, you a superhero now?
If you might have a young child in your household, guys, they may be interested in superheroes, and there's a superhero movie that just came out which is not appropriate for children. However, when you're on YouTube or one of these
better be quiet
places where you have a commercial that will pop up, you may have a superhero movie pop up as a trailer, and so that piqued this little guy's interest, and so he really dove into superheroes, and I'm not going to say it so that you can say it, but there's one specific superhero game from the 16-bit era that he wanted to talk about today. This is not a pickup, but it is a game that we just started playing.
To him, it's a pickup.
To Sal, it's a pickup. So what is it, Sal? Show the people.
Maximum Carnage.
Maximum Carnage on the Sega Genesis.
The red cartridge too.
Of which is there a Super Nintendo version as well?
It's such a hard game. Like in the first
You're telling me, I know.
Couple parts of the game you start as SpiderMan and through on you can play as Venom.
You gotta thwack.
Featuring SpiderMan and Venom.
Right.
Maximum Carnage.
Right. It's not so much that it's a... Go ahead.
It's basically all about saving the city from the evil symbiote Carnage.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely, buddy.
And
Okay.
What's the other guy that looks like a symbiote and he looks like Spider-Man?
Oh, you're talking about Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. He looks like
That's my doppelganger.
a 6-armed Spider-Man.
He
with
looks like
a symbiote.
He has
head.
4 arms, and he does look like he could be almost like a symbiote. Yeah, he's evil.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's
Symbiotic.
I would say, personally, Sal, if I might comment, I feel like it's not that Maximum Carnage is necessarily a hard game. It's that they give you very little continues. So
Very little life.
and only 2 or 3 lives per set. So you get to continue only once in this game, and there are 25 stages.
Yeah.
There's 25 stages in
Yeah,
this game?
23 to 25 stages.
I feel like I made it to like the 4th.
Right, correct. So this is the perfect game for what we call the officially licensed
My
cheat
game.
device called a Game Genie.
Oh.
That
It's over there.
you can actually get multiple continues. You can get, if you want invincibility, I would just get multiple continues and multiple lives. That's how I would play it.
If you're going to cheat less.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily cheating when they make it so difficult that you can't even get through it, because
That's what losers say.
well, maybe.
No, I know.
Maybe, but I've beaten some tough games, and this is. It's not that this is tough, but you're gonna get hit every once in a while, and the boss fights, you just never know when you're gonna get beat up a little bit to lose a life. So it needs a little bit more. It doesn't. There's no options when you start the game. It just says start. There's nothing there. So if they
Old school.
I think it would have been a more successful game if they had added that, because people would have had more to get through. They made it so hard, and I think one of the reasons why they probably made it so hard is because of the rental market. This was like the height of the rental market when this game came out.
You really think they made it hard just to be a rental game, though?
Well, they made a lot of games harder to be.
Can't we just
not
say
pass
it's
through rentals?
just because it's made by Acclaim?
We could, but I mean, Acclaim made some decent stuff that you could play through for a while, and this was this was that beat 'em up era. This was and it's not a bad beat 'em up. Like the moment to moment action is great. The sounds are great. You get that thwap, when you hit guys.
Yeah, the crunch.
You get the crunch. The controls are really responsive.
It's
the
mixed.
the colors and the graphics are really good. The music's really good.
It's got it's the Final Fight disease where we're not gonna make it 2-player for no reason.
I think the bigger blunder is that they made it so hard that you couldn't even get through the 4th stage, rather than it being 2-player. Now I would have loved for this to be 2-player, but if it was 2-player and you still couldn't get past the 4th stage, who cares?
Wait, Daddy, I need to tell
You know
you
what I mean?
something.
Right now.
I want to do the.
We can all hear you, right?
Okay, fine, whatever. Can you do it now?
Do what? Yeah, you can. You want to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Wait.
And I want to talk about the other games.
Yeah, we'll let him.
Let me do one.
Yeah, we're going in
Yeah.
order.
All right.
1, 1, 1.
So-
1, 1, 1.
Yeah, so these two I'm going to talk about together because I got a lot. When you can get a lot, sometimes you get.
Not a lot, but a lot.
So sometimes when you get a lot, you can get a lot for that lot.
La 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 la.
As Brian McKnight would say.
Yeah.
So I actually got a lot that was filled with 3 Saturn games and a couple of Saturn Model 2 controllers and some pamphlets and some manuals for the actual system. And I got them for $80. And they included a couple of games, one of which is almost worth the lot on its own.
It's Acclaim.
It's Acclaim, but it's really Taito. And that game is Galactic Attack.
Galactic Attack.
Which the reason why I love this too is it's got the Blockbuster Video
Wow, what a difference.
stickers on the back, and I can see here it was sold twice. Once in September of '96, and then the second time in March of 1998 for $11.99.
So you think someone brought it back? They're like, and then they got some credit for it, and then they sold it again.
Let me retract that. Maybe they had it out and nobody wanted it so badly that they put a new sticker on it. And
boy, how the tides have turned.
yeah, and you can see it was for $11.99, which
$19.99 was too much.
I bought this game for $19.99 on sale at Babbage's.
Oh, really?
In 1997. So, not a bad deal. But it's complete. It's even got the foam on the inside. So,
Ooh, gotta have the foam.
So that's a game that during the height was going for about $80, $100. And that's when I got this lot. So, and then the other game that came in it that was significant is Blackfire. And this is the reason why the Saturn failed. Because this is a game that is...
That game alone.
Yeah, well, it's an example of a quasi-launch game, like a close to like a launch window game that absolutely did not showcase the capabilities and was clunky, and the controls were terrible. And then the other thing that I noticed, and I see this with Saturn games a lot, is the barcode cutout. I don't remember a promotion where you sent in a UPC for a Saturn game.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen it on random games too, where they just cut the barcode out. I don't know what it does, why. I don't know.
Yeah. So I already own these games, of course, but I just couldn't help myself because I'm kind of a Saturn nut. And so I picked these up. Galactic Attack is, on most days, my favorite shooter of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Galactic Attack. So I had to kind of bite on that one. And so those are my first couple of pickups there. I got two almost brand new Model 2 controllers that are up there that you guys can see. So that's really nice because you can never have enough controllers.
Yeah, well, someday we'll play 10-player Bomberman on the Saturn.
Which we did recently. We played Bomberman and you wiped the floor with us. So
was that on the Switch though?
Saturn Bomberman.
Oh, it was Saturn Bomberman. Oh yeah. You're right.
What did you think of that?
It's good. I mean,
Bomberman's Bomberman, right?
Yeah, I do like the 64 one, which still has the old school Bomberman mode, but
four player.
It's like a quasi 3D Bomberman. Mm-hmm. Solid. The one on the Switch is good too.
Yeah, Bomberman R.
Is that what it? Yeah. Yep, that one's good too.
Nice.
I like it a lot.
Do you guys have that in the game bus?
Yes, we did. Yes, we do.
Nice.
That's where I played it.
I figured. So what else you got over there?
It's a real toy.
Ooh, we're going over here, huh?
We're going downtown.
To bugs.
Hey.
Don't talk about... This isn't Earth Defense Force. Don't talk about bugs.
So, I have been wanting this game for many moons. It was one of the few first games I got on the Nintendo, and I remember getting it for my birthday one year from my mom. And I think I remember we were in Norwich, and it was at I think it was the Ground Round.
The Ground Round.
Does that sound familiar? Like a restaurant?
That's where we used to get our baseball helmets filled with ice cream.
Yeah, so it was there in Norwich, and I remember
I had an LA Dodgers one.
Oh,
random.
Yeah, the little mini helmets, and they make a sundae. Yeah. And that is so the game I got then. I don't even know why she got it. It was probably just like, oh, this is a game. So
that looks to me like a budget title.
Well, I mean, so it is Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. Mm-hmm. Now it looks kind of iffy,
generic.
It is, but it's actually a pretty fun game. And so I ended up getting the. Did I put the manual? No, I didn't put the manual in here. So I ended up getting the box and the cartridge. And then I got the manual for a couple bucks because people are asking crazy money for this game.
Really?
Complete, yeah.
How much?
Somewhere like $50-$60.
Wow.
Yeah. You just you Bugs Bunny. It's kind of like a puzzle game. You just go through each level, and it's just like a one screen level where you go through the doors, and then you gotta.
But you gotta go side to side like Lejean.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty fun game. I more wanted it for the nostalgia because those was one of
the first games you had.
Yeah.
It's not a bad romp. It's actually pretty fun. I actually, as I was falling asleep last night, was watching some Jeremy Parrish on YouTube. I recommend you guys looking at some Jeremy Parrish videos. He does the NES works and the Game Boy works and Super Nintendo works and Nintendo 64 works. So he goes through every single game that was produced in chronological order. And so last night I was watching his video on Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle.
Oh, really?
And the thing I learned about Bugs Bunny is that it actually started out as a Roger Rabbit game in Japan.
All right.
So Bugs Bunny was actually Roger Rabbit. Do you see a resemblance?
I mean, they're rabbits.
They're both rabbits. And in fact, this also was a Mickey Mouse game at one point.
Whoever's going to pay the most is the character
And
it's
then
going to be.
when it came to the States, it became a Bugs Bunny game. And actually, I think that this game, once it became a Bugs Bunny game, there was other iterations of this game that came out after that.
Well, they made like Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash.
Right. And I had
which is the one after this.
And I had one of these Bugs Bunny games on my TND 1000 personal computer.
Yeah, they made Crazy Castle on the Game Boy too.
Yep, they made Crazy Castle on the Game Boy. So, it was interesting to learn some of the history of that game because it actually didn't start out as a Bugs Bunny game. And there are some remnants of that Roger Rabbit universe that are in there that people wouldn't know.
Didn't LJN put out a Roger Rabbit game on Nintendo?
A very horrible Roger Rabbit game, yes. Yep.
Good for them.
Yep. Why don't you do another one? Because you got plenty of stacks on stacks over there.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, you know what? Now that I realize that, because we just mentioned it, we're going to the Wii. And that is actually I picked up.
We would like to play. Ooh.
I picked up Bomberman Land.
Wow, I never even heard of this.
Yeah, it's
terrible.
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, they kind of hopped on the Wii train, and it's like a bunch of mini games. Mm-hmm. It's a mini game but they also have the classic Bomberman.
It's in there.
Yeah. So I mean, I've never played it, but it's actually it's the reviews I've seen. It's weird that it's better as a one-player game because they're not really like multiplayer mini games.
I'll tell you what, man. I like Saturn Bomberman. I'm not great in the multiplayer, but I like to play the single-player game because there's actually like a campaign. To get through all the levels, and it's actually it's pretty satisfying to get through it.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess if you think of like Mario Party, but I don't think it's like you're on a board. It's just like you're just playing the mini games, and then there's the multiplayer standard Bomberman, which I've actually never played this one.
How many players can you do?
I think 4. Yeah, just 4. But yeah, it's complete. I got it for $23.
Game exchange?
Yeah. So I mean, I was like, I was like debating it for a while. I'm like, I'm just gonna grab it. It's Bomberman.
I've never seen that or heard of it.
Yeah, it's like it's not one you like.
It's got to be pretty rare.
No, well, I mean, it was $23. It can't be too hard to come by. I mean, if you go on eBay, you can get it, but I'm just like, you never like see it out.
I've never seen that.
Case in point.
Yep.
I rest my case, sir.
Yeah. Sweet.
Bomberman Land.
Nice. You really want to go? All right, I'm gonna let you go in a minute. I want to do one more game, and then it's gonna be quick. Ready?
No, I go second. You go third.
No,
all right.
I call the shots.
Hey, listen, it's his house apparently. So go ahead.
No, it's your house.
It's my house.
It's whose house runs.
So he's like, I don't care. Even if it's your house, I make the rules.
No, I don't make the rules. I just want to.
You just told me you're gonna go next.
I want to.
Tell me when to go.
Well, I guess you can go and then you'll sit there. So go ahead. So this is not a retro game, just to let you guys know, but it's one that we're
a PS4 game.
It's one that we're playing through right now because again we're superhero crazy.
SpiderMan.
SpiderMan on PS4.
And it's not a bad game. It's actually great.
That's true.
Like you have to fight all of these the
Demon Gang?
No, nothing. I mean you do that, but you fight Kingpin.
And his grunts.
Yeah, and his grunts, yes.
Okay.
And
what about the
But his real name is Fisk.
Right.
Kingpin.
What about the silly suits?
What?
Silly suits?
Yeah, the silly suits. Like you can get all these different Spider-Man suits. Besides just this one.
The regular Spider-Man.
Was this like a pack-in
outfit.
game for something? Because it was not for resale?
It was a pack-in for a PS4.
Bundle?
My buddy Derek gave it to me because he said he didn't like superhero games. So we got it for free.
I need to tell them something if they already know this.
You can tell. Listen, the world is your oyster. Go ahead.
It's got an alternative cover.
Ooh.
Wait, what is it? Can I see?
You can flip it inside out.
Oh, yeah.
What were you going to tell the people?
They came out with the new Spider-Man game. I hope everybody knows that.
Well, they didn't come out with it yet.
but it's coming out 2023.
Right.
Damn, 2023. It might as well not even exist.
And who's the big reveal?
My favorite character, one of my favorites, Venom. He's one of the bad guys. I think.
Venom is one of the main characters in the game.
And
In 2023?
Miles Morales is in it, and
Get outta
SpiderMan. It's maybe a 2-player game, maybe a 1-player.
It's a 1-player game.
Who can play as?
Whack.
Yeah, I know. It should be a 2-player game, right? It should just be a beat 'em up down the street. You know, that's what it should be.
Yeah, throw some garbage cans at the bad guys.
I mean, what would stop them from taking that engine and just making it a beat 'em up game where the camera is not something you're responsible for. You're just going down the street and you got levels. Like, why would it be so hard for them to just format it that way? Like, it's a bonus. Like, you get the Spider-Man beat 'em up to go with the Spider-Man game. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be revolutionary, but that would be kind of a fun little romp. You know, like you got the Spider-Man beat 'em up to go with everything else.
I don't know. I guess they just think that the average person nowadays that would play the game doesn't really care about like a 2-player.
See, I remember when the Warriors came out on PSP.
Oh, on PS2, yeah.
Right, but they came out on PSP and they had a beat 'em up like offshoot on the disc.
But I thought that was the kind of game it was, the Warriors.
No, it was the real Warriors game.
No, I understand. But I thought like the PS2 version was kind of like a beat 'em up style game.
It was beat 'em up style, but they actually had like a beat 'em up mode where you just were walking from left to right like Lejean.
Right.
And you were just beating up dudes and going down the street or down the. It was just like a 2D side scroller, but it was using the engine. It was using the Warriors engine.
I gotcha. I did not know that.
You know what I mean? So I wonder if I still have my Warriors disc. I hope I do, because that game was awesome. But yeah, that was. So I'm just saying, like, it doesn't seem like it would take much.
No, I understand.
And it would be like a bonus. It'd be like
getting a couple of games.
Includes an additional game, and it's like, you know, it's not that they have to do much to do that.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm just looking at their perspective. They probably just don't want to spend the time and money to do it. You know, just when it's like they're doing fine as a 1-player game, where I think the average person is not really interested in playing a 2-player game. You know, they just, or they're gonna play it on, if it's a multiplayer game, they're playing online. You know what I mean? Unless it's fighting games, you know. I'm just that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
No, I hear you. I don't know.
I don't like it, but that's the way it is.
No, I get it. Listen, we're not the primary audience, you know. Probably
we're not the target demo.
Speaking of which, what is the target demo now? Because I feel like the average gamer is getting older. Are we in that? Are we in that?
Well,
that target demo?
Since I follow wrestling very closely, and
what's the wrestling demo?
The target demo for wrestling is 18 to 49, and it's actually that's almost for every TV show there is their main demo is 18 to 49 for everything.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if games skews that way the same.
They have to.
But it would probably. I mean, 1849 covers a lot.
It does.
You know. So I would.
I'm not going to be 49 for another 12 years.
So I mean, but I would assume video games is the same thing. You know.
Why 49? Why not 50?
I think just 50 makes it sound old. You know what I mean? 18 to 49.
See, I think it's
still got the 40s.
I think it's going to push up. You know, I think that target demo is going to continue to increase as long as that's popular.
Well, yeah, they say 18 to 49, but the thing is, like, the wrestling crowd is older, but it's covered in 18 to 49, where I think the average wrestling fan is in their 30s. They're not really grabbing as many new fans as they used to back in the day, and it's just the people that have always watched wrestling that are still watching. But, you know, I'm sure it's the same with video games. It's probably around that same age bracket. So little guy went, he found some more stuff. You got a little baby stack over there to still go through?
Yeah, I want to make you eat your words, because you gave me a bunch of crap last
That's
podcast.
What I do.
For it was the last podcast or the podcast before about having a loose card.
Oh, 4 months or 6 months ago.
Yeah,
still festering on that.
I've remedied that. So this is a complete copy of Aero Blasters for the TurboGrafx 16.
No collection is complete without it.
No. It is fully complete. It is hardcore and commercial. And,
now, did you buy a whole new copy or just what you needed to?
No, I bought a whole new copy and then sold the copy that I had.
Oh, and you broke even?
I made $10.
Hey, it's a win.
I made $10. So you know, it worked out. But this is a really nice copy, and you know, that's all I'm gonna say is I made it right.
Shooters, huh?
I made it right. Aero Blast. Listen, I don't know what it is about shooters. I'm not great at them. But there's something about the pew pew and the fast pace going across the screen.
The spread guns, the lasers.
I can't get enough of it.
I feel you.
I can't get enough of it. So if you asked my wife, she'd be like,
"This is lame,
boring. It's so boring. Where's Conquer? Where's Banjo? I don't want to play this crap." Right? Is that what mommy says?
I think a lot of people would say that though. You know.
Oh yeah.
Like, look how cool that cover is.
Yeah.
Look how cool that cover is. You know, you just got a bunch of ships going across the screen.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. So, anyways, Aero Blasters. Do you want me to go again, or you're gonna?
No,
go?
I'll go. I'm gonna keep it in the Wii family.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm gonna cover 2 at the same time.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna cover 2 at the same time.
Yeah, she's got 2 hands.
But cover them?
Well, cover them with.
I mean, like metaphorically cover them.
Cover them with
Gotcha.
spit.
All right. Well, that just took it a little bit too far. We were gonna leave it open to interpretation, but we went a different route.
Still up to interpretation. I haven't said anything specifically.
No. Anyway, so I have 2 Sega gems, so to speak.
Maybe.
Yeah. So the first one is not a very valuable game, but is kind of in the pantheon of the Sega.
I have a lot to say about this.
Have you played this one? Or are you thinking of the Master System one?
No, I own this one.
Okay, and that is Alien Syndrome.
This game was absolutely pooped on to like deep and dirty. Like, this is the worst game that's ever existed. That was what happened when this game came out. At least my recollection of it was, do not come anywhere near this game. It is a heap of trash. That was what I heard.
So I was just familiar with the name and the Master System game, and I was like, well, it's like a reimagining.
Fun fact: the NES version is better than the Master System version.
Oh, it was on Nintendo?
Tengen.
Oh, Tengen.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, I mean, it was $4.
I got mine for $2.99 5 years ago.
Oh, so the bubble's popped.
The bubble has popped.
$4. But
I spent an entire afternoon playing this game.
Yeah, I mean, I had watched a review on like CGR Undertow and a few of them, and they were like, it's actually a pretty fun game.
This game is addictive.
Yeah,
because it's. So one of the things about games like this is they seem like, if you bought this game when it first came out
for like $50 or $60
for $50, you'd be like, this is what the heck. Like,
yeah, I mean that's what it's all about, though. You know,
I get it, but like, then if you buy it, like you bought it for $4, and then you start playing it, it's got this addictive quality where you're like leveling up, and like, yeah, the enemies don't seem as like extravagant, but like you're going on this mission and you're fulfilling this goal, and it's interesting enough that it makes it fun, and you're building a character, and you're building this mission. You're going on this mission, and you're making progress, and it's fun. And it's not the best thing in the world, but that doesn't matter, because not everything is going to be the best thing in the world. So
yeah,
it's
that's the we like to call that in the land of video games Jaguar reasoning.
Jaguar reasoning, play more sevens. I mean, whatever you want to say. Like, I actually enjoy Alien Syndrome on the Wii, and I know that,
and I'm not afraid to say it.
I know that's not a popular opinion, but whether I just enjoy this game.
Oh,
it's not crazy, it's not amazing, but anytime you're trying to enjoy something, you have to reason it in a certain way, and not every game. The way that you enjoy a game is not always the same. It's not always this blockbuster like SpiderMan that Sal enjoys.
Okay, it's a blockbuster.
It's not this overly produced game. It is a simple game made by a small studio, and it's fun, and that's all that matters.
That's like my definition of gaming right there. I'm like, I don't think I can ever get back into a game where I have to sink 60 hours and follow this long story. I just want to pop it in and just blow stuff up,
If that's all you want, man, you're for $4.
Yeah, and then
can't get a burger for that.
No, not really. maybe even a McDouble, $250. And to piggyback off that is another a Sega gem for the Wii.
This is a serious though.
Which is House of the Dead 2 and 3 Returns. This is just one I had never picked up.
You know about this, Sal, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like
Speaking to the microphone, sir.
I like 2 and 1, which we have one up here.
The original.
Yep.
But yeah, this is one I've always wanted to pick up, and they had a few copies of it at Game Exchange.
I bought this the very moment it came out.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to own it again, and I wanted to own it on Wii because Wii was like a thing where it was like every game needed to be remade on it because it was like this whole new experience, you know. Like I bought Resident Evil 4
for the motion controls. And then I slowly tucked it away because I was like, no, the GameCube version was way better for me. Right.
I don't like
if you've already played it. Yeah.
I don't like the motion controls. I'm done.
I bought the Resident Evil 4 when it came out. I mean, I loved it because I hadn't played the GameCube one.
Played the GameCube one. Yeah.
But yeah, House of the 2 and 3 Returns, I mean,
solid, bro.
Self-explanatory.
Solid pickup.
Arcade classic. $25.
This is Returns?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like they remade it.
They remade the games. Because 3 is kind of landlocked to the Xbox. I mean, it's not a game that you can really find. And Xbox guns are like...
Oh, the zapper guns.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, it's not really.
And then
like,
you got to. I mean, you know, and then you have to play it on a CRT.
Right.
So
this is a way to play it.
It's
on
just
an
it's
LCD.
just too much work.
It just,
you know,
like we could set it up.
Yeah.
But for most people, like this is a great way to play it too.
Yeah. I mean,
like they did a really good job, and it's got like this progression where you get more continues and more lives the more that you play it.
Yeah, it's like Ghost Squad. Ghost Squad.
Ghost Squad's a great game.
It's a great game.
Do you own that?
Yeah, that was like one of the first games I got.
Cheap. I got that game cheap.
Yeah, when it came out, I got it for, I think it was like a $20, $30
I love the
game.
Panda Bear costume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Ghost Squad.
There's all types of little perks and additions there.
Another Sega gem.
Is it my turn?
If you really want it to be.
Yeah.
The people love you. So what do you got?
This is not actually a PS4. It's a PS3. And if you heard of 3D Game Heroes, which I love this game.
I don't think most people have heard of that. I haven't heard of that.
It's an Atlas game, so naturally nobody's heard of it.
So what is it?
It's basically,
it's basically
like
a
they
game.
remade Zelda with 3-dimensional pixels.
It's kind of like Minecraft. This is like the first game that I had before Minecraft.
Minecraft Zelda in a way.
Minecraft Zelda, exactly.
This is not Minecraft Zelda. I mean, it's kind of like Minecraft
Yes,
Zelda.
we know it's not called Minecraft Zelda.
Imagine if there was like a game called Minecraft Zelda, and they like made like a swap.
So what do you do in the game?
So
there's 8 dungeons.
I like.
I'm asking Pikachu, sir.
Sorry.
I really like playing as the gorilla. Like you go around punching with your sword, and
So you make your own character?
yeah, but you can look at the characters and like see which one you want to.
But look at this. This chicken is like exactly from Minecraft, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of looks like him.
Wow, I just stole it.
Wow, so this game goes for $65 now. I got it for $9.99 at GameStop.
Oh, wow.
How long ago?
with a $5 coupon. Again, like 5 years ago.
Oh, so a while back.
Yeah, 5-6 years ago.
What made you get it?
I knew it was going to be valuable at some point, and I wanted to play a 3D Zelda game. And I created Link in the game, and you can save. They used to have an online.
Cool
they used to have an online tutorial to make Link in the game. Like that was the whole thing. Is like everybody wants to play as Link, so you can create Link or you can download Link and then play as him. I made him. I tried to save him. It didn't work. I turned off the system, turned it back on. He wasn't there. I spent an hour and a half creating him with pixels,
And that was the extent of the game.
and then I stopped playing.
Huh.
So I should go back in, but
That's not gonna happen.
It's a good
Yeah.
game. I like it.
That's cool. You know, it's Atlas, so you just like any Atlas game you just buy. You know.
you got you know it's going to be valuable at some point.
Huh. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Wait. Look here.
So is it like a make your own game, or is there like an actual story?
There's a story.
You just make the
Yeah,
character.
there's-
You just
and
make
that's the story.
You just make the protagonist.
Okay.
So you can make Link, but
Protagonist.
right. But the create a character I'm scared to go back in and try it again.
Wasn't the one on? Didn't they make one like that on PlayStation? Was it RPG Maker? Or was that like a literally make your
PSX,
whole your whole you make
Yeah,
you
you make the whole game.
Yeah,
It's your turn.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I always found that intriguing. Just like the idea to make your own.
It's laborious, as I like to call it.
It goes back to the idea of what are we doing here? like
I guess so it's not. I mean,
I play the game.
You make it. I play it.
You make the game. I play. The moment you market to me that I need to make the game, that's when all bets are off. That's
I'm out.
What
do I need
out.
you for?
Right, exactly. It's like Mario Maker. It's like, no, I ain't making a Mario game. That's not why I buy games. I buy games because I want you to make them and then I want to enjoy them. If I wanted to make them, I would ask for a job at Nintendo and I'd move out to Seattle and
Play for the Mariners.
And I'd play for the Seattle Mariners and try to, get Ken Griffey Jr.'s
to sign your copy of Winning Run.
jockstrap.
And to sign my Super Nintendo game.
Maybe.
I'd put it in the jockstrap.
With those beautiful lips in the Super Nintendo game. You know the way they you remember that in like the title card? They gave him these big beautiful lips.
Did they?
Do you remember that?
On Winning Run or
I can't remember which one, but they like outlined his lips like they were cell shaded.
Oh, it's probably the first one because it's more cartoon looking.
It looked like Jessica Rabbit's lips on top of
Nice.
Ken Griffey Jr. It was great.
All right. He's got a mouth on him, huh?
And he was mild mannered. He was soft spoken.
Yeah, he never really got loud. It's like, hey, hi, I'm Ken Griffey Jr. Welcome to my game.
But that's what made him great, though.
Yeah.
It's like Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to say too much. Just let your bat talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which are we like baseball?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I love Ken Griffey Jr. I remember
he's a god.
I remember. Yeah, he's amazing. I remember when him and his dad hit a home run like on the same day.
I thought it was like back to back, or was it?
I don't know. It could have been.
Yeah,
but they were both on the Mariners.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that clip. Yeah,
I wonder if that's the only time it's ever happened where a father and son have hit a home run in the same game.
The only thing I could think of would be. Wait, were Roberto Alomar and Sandy Alomar brothers, or were they cousins or something? I'm just trying to think of like.
Were they both on the Indians?
Yeah, they were on the Indians at one time.
Together?
I'm pretty sure they were, because I know Roberto Alomar was on the Indians. It wasn't very long, and Sandy Alomar was on the Indians. Those are the only people I could think with the same.
Was Vladimir Guerrero and his
what
son?
about was Cal Ripken and Cal Ripken Jr. on the same team? Did they ever play together, or were they?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they hit a home
probably
run
not
together.
home runs. They weren't.
No, they weren't really.
They weren't known for home run hitters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Griffey had the illest swing in.
Maybe Bill
baseball.
Ripken.
Cecil Fielder and his son.
Yeah.
No, I think they played way after.
Yeah.
His son started way after.
I love Cecil Fielder, man.
Big Cecil.
Will.
Yeah.
The game is called Will.
Yeah, but I remember the Griffey when it came. They had the fold out poster and the Nintendo
People, you
Power.
gotta
I hung that up in my room.
Will and
I have I think I have the Game Informer with him on it. It's either that or I know it's Nintendo Power with him sliding. It's like, hey.
Yeah, there was a fold out poster in it too.
why?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
telling them if they can.
Can I
spell.
say the game when it's time for me to say the game?
You're blowing the lead.
Okay, I'm blowing the lead. Whatever.
Yeah, it's using a baseball term.
What's a baseball term?
All right, so the next game is this is a shout out to my buddy Derek. So we've been talking about we play average NES games. That's what we play. Like we played Lord of the Rings on Super Nintendo. We played Robin Hood Men in Tights, or not Robin Hood Men in Tights. Robin Hood Prince of Thieves.
Oh, okay.
What's the one with Kevin Costner? Prince of Thieves.
I don't know, man.
We played that one on NES.
Men in Tights is on with like Chappelle, right?
Oh no. We talked about it on one of our episodes. How Derek and I were playing this.
Yeah.
So we played like these aren't even 7s. These are like 5s.
It wouldn't even go anywhere near a 7.
Yeah. These are like 5s, but we've been talking about this game. I don't think this is a 5. This might be a 7 or an 8. But we've wanted to play this game, and I picked it up in a lot with another game here that I got, and that is Willow on the NES. And of course, this is made by Capcom. So anything made by Capcom or Konami,
90% of the time it's going to be good.
most of the time. How about Mickey Mousecapades? Was that good?
I have it, but I don't think I've ever played it.
Okay, I don't know how good that is.
I mean, they pretty much all use like the same engine, you know.
I hear that.
So
Willow
it'd have to be at least.
Willow is almost like a Zelda clone. It's like an action RPG where you're going to places, talking to people, going out into the land, and so you're going on a mission, you're going on an adventure, and it's supposed to be pretty decent. Like, it's supposed to be pretty good.
So you haven't tried it yet?
I have not tried it yet. I'm waiting for Derek
to really
to
put it in there.
to dive in. Exactly. So I've already shined up the contacts. I've used the brasso.
We are ready to go.
We are ready to roll.
Put $30 into work and do a $5 game.
$11.99. I think is what I got. That's what I paid for it. So Willow. So we're excited for that. I mean, any Capcom game, if you can get it on NES, for a decent price, I think is worth it.
I feel like they're all good. Bionic Commando, was that one good on the Nintendo?
Bionic Commando is a legendary game. I don't own it yet, but it's a legendary game. Like it's when you think of like that, like upper echelon of NES games, Bionic Commando is easily.
You looking for upper echelon type game?
That's right. Bionic Commando is easily, considered one of those upper echelon type games, along with Jackal.
Wait, isn't that Konami?
It is.
Oh, okay. Well, we're talking Capcom.
I love Jackal. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Oh, okay.
I
got you.
Nothing to do with anything else.
Throw a little curveball.
Love Jackal. All right, so what do you got, Trent?
We're gonna flip things around here.
Ooh, they're gonna flip the script.
So I got these in the intention because we're gonna do an episode on it down the road, but I needed these because these are the.
Was it a need or a want?
Yes. Because when the PlayStation came out, my aunt was, I think I've told the story, my aunt was working for Sony, and so when I went to my grandfather's house, she got the system for me. Like, for some reason, I guess they were like able to like borrow them from Sony or whatever, and so you got that. And then the first game I rented was, it was in the long box then, which is the original Twisted Metal, and so I picked this one up. Actually, I picked this one up at Game Exchange.
Freaking amazing game.
Yeah, it set the bar really high, and so I picked it up maybe for like $22 or whatever, and then I opened it up and it had the disc for Twisted Metal 2 in it as well.
Unbelievable.
So I was like, "Oh, this is a double score." So then I went on eBay and then I picked up the case and manual.
You got the case and manual
Twisted
by itself?
Yeah, for like $11. So in total, I paid like $33 for Twisted Metal and Twisted Metal 2.
In the cabbage, no less.
Yeah, the greatest hits ones too. Yeah. The Twisted Metal 2, I think that's the disc. I don't think this is the. I think this is the greatest hits version because there's on the regular one I think it just says Twisted Metal 2.
It does.
Like in Twisted Metal.
Because I used to own it.
See, I think that's the greatest hits version too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so they are the actual.
I used to own the regular version of Twisted Metal 2. It didn't look like that.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I don't really care which version. I don't know which one has more value or not. I just wanted it because.
Bro, I got no problem. I got no problems.
I got no problems with that. But these are just. I mean, you had to.
I just remember the Paris level in Twisted Metal 2 with the dude with the arms and the wheels.
Oh yeah, he's on the front cover. Yeah. It was, man. I just remember playing this for like hours just by myself, just running around. It was like you running over people, blowing things up. You're 10 years old. All you want to do is just run over people and blow things up.
I got some stories to tell about Twisted Metal. So.
I mean, it was I'm assuming it was like the first of its kind. Maybe there was some other similar something like that.
No, it was first of its kind.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, I mean, you're like playing a whole new genre for the first time. It was like, I don't know, it was mind blowing, man.
You couldn't fathom that this was a real thing. Like it was like Mario, Sonic.
Now we're in a 3D world, and
maybe Mario Kart. Maybe a traditional like a route run, a rad racer, and then it's like Twisted Metal,
a 3D world.
Wait! I get to shoot rockets at another car and power slide around like an arena.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I mean, I'm trying to think if like Carmageddon came out before this or
Nobody
not.
knew about Carmageddon.
No, I know. So I mean, you could probably take the origins of like Grand Theft Auto from like Twisted Metal, you know.
Possibly. Yeah.
So I mean, you could say this kind of like it blew the door open for the vehicular destruction combat.
Well, it's funny
game.
because Destruction Derby came out around the same time.
Yeah, but that was more.
No. But I'm saying like car destruction combat.
But it wasn't really. You were more racing in that one, but with the addition that you could destroy the other people's cars. You know?
Right.
Where you're basically like a whatever you want to call it, a Formula One car or whatever.
This was Mortal Kombat with cars.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah, so eventually we'll get to do an episode on Twisted Metal.
I think that's the next one
too.
we're supposed to do. So
yeah,
that could be.
But there might be a
we might do
a holiday.
We might do a Halloween one in between. So that's a sweet score. So how much did you get when you got the combo? How much was that?
I think it was like 22 or 23
at the game store.
Yeah, so I put Twisted Metal, and then it had the other disc in it. So I ended up paying like $33 total for both.
For Twisted Metal 1 and 2, that's that's a great deal.
On accident, you know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
There are no accidents.
It was meant to be, man.
Yeah, there are just realities.
Yes.
You know.
You want me to? Yeah, let me just because I don't really even know much about this one.
I can't believe you have that. I've always been interested in this game.
Which is another so the thing is I'm always out hunting at Goodwills and everything, and the game exchange is like right next to Goodwill, so I pop in there like three times a week or whatever, and so I always just look through the random games, and this was one
that B tier publisher right there.
Yeah, is a Data East, and I was like I saw it, the yellow sticker on it.
This is a deep cut of deep cuts.
Yeah, so I didn't really know anything about it, and so I'm just like on my phone on YouTube or just trying to look up a review or just see some pictures of it, and that is Werewolf: The Last Warrior for Nintendo. It was a $10 pickup. I said it's $10, so
it's like the altered beast of the Nintendo.
I'm gonna take my chance. It looks like it's pretty solid. Haven't played it yet.
Supposed to be pretty good, man.
Yeah, so that's why it's like.
How much did you get it for?
$10.
That's a solid deal.
It doesn't really go. $12, $13 tops.
Solid.
But
deal.
it's one I don't
see that out.
Yeah, I wasn't even familiar with it, so I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. I don't really find.
Now then again, I don't go out, so it's not really like.
So I was like, I don't really see too many NES games that I don't have or don't know about, and this was one, so I decided to grab it. Werewolf.
I'm excited to check that out.
Data East.
It's just like a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Slash 'em up.
So another nice piece to add to the collection.
Nice. You want me to go?
Or what are you trying to do, Pikachu?
Yeah, what are you trying to do? What do you got? What do you want to showcase?
You want to come back again after you?
Shenmue 3.
All right. On the PS4, reimagined.
Yep.
Which is
Have you actually played it?
Not me.
Oh.
and I like this game.
Oh, you like to watch and play?
Because I like the part when you get in the arena and you get to fight like these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes like a battle.
It's like a virtual fighter.
And I like the part.
Makes sense.
And I like the part where you like, who's the bad girl in this game?
The bad girl?
Yeah, there's a girl like she's called like the dragon something. The red dragon.
Could be. I forget. It's been a while.
Yeah, but she has some name. But I like.
She has some name.
Yeah.
I think it's the red dragon.
Oh, Connie Chung.
Yeah.
Connie.
CBS.
News broadcaster? No,
Yeah.
not familiar.
Second Connie Chung reference of the week, by the way.
Of the week, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. No, listen. Shenmue 3 is a decent game. And hopefully they make a Shenmue 4. That's that. It's interesting that you bring that up, Sal, because that is a hearkening back to the Dreamcast, which is one of the systems that we cover.
Weren't they doing like a Kickstarter, an Indiegogo for a Shenmue?
I put in for that.
Was it that one or for Shenmue 4?
Shenmue 3.
Oh, it was that one.
Yep.
Oh, is that all you got? There wasn't like any extras you got with it or something?
I just put $5 in to help, get it going.
Well, how'd you get the game? You just ended up getting it later?
I bought it afterwards, and it came with the Dragon Mirror. I pre-ordered it.
Oh.
So it came with the the special little collector's piece.
Oh.
There you can go.
All right, nice.
Yep. So the next game is came with the Willow game.
And it's about time.
It's one that I've been looking for a really, really long time. And, you got it several months ago. I don't know if it was 6 months ago.
It was last year.
Or maybe last year. Yeah. But I got to play it again for the first time after playing it as a kid. It was one of the first games I saw when I saw the Sega Genesis. And I've always been enamored with this game because it had come out sort of like just before I had moved to the town, the town that I moved to and met Columbia, and I met my buddy Matt, and he was a big Sega kid, and so the game, anyways, in question is Strider on Sega Genesis, and of course this is a very polarizing game. It's one that a lot of people don't like. I tend to fall on the side of I think this is an awesome game. It's not perfect. I understand that, and I can understand people not liking this game, but it's one of those things that was so impressive so early on, and it's one of the first games that I actually saw for the Genesis, and it was, coming from the Nintendo and seeing a game like this, especially that first level where you have that mechanical gorilla, and how large that thing is, and just how far your sword swipe goes, and then the level where you're traveling in a gravity pulled circle and you're trying to destroy that device in the middle.
I've actually I still haven't played it.
We played that part. You saw it. I got through that part while we were playing.
Oh wait, did I bring it over and you played through? Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I got pretty far in it when you were watching. I think I got to level 6. So this is another one that I'm looking forward to trying to get through because I know it's attainable. I just haven't spent enough time with it. But now that I own it, I'm excited to jump back in. But this was the first 8 megabit cartridge. I know that doesn't mean much to people who don't know, but that was a big deal when this game first came out in 1990. So it's a special game in the sort of the annals of history and the annals of console gaming, and for that I think it's notable. So that was a long time coming for this one, but I finally have it in the collection.
He's finally got it.
So I only have one more game to talk about. So I
don't really have to go through all those, but wait. So is Strider Return supposed to be not as good as
terrible?
That?
2 more.
Yeah. But Strider 2 for PlayStation is supposed to be really good. PlayStation 1.
Didn't they just come out with like a new reimagined Strider?
That came out in 2013. You were playing it and you were getting far in it.
Oh, was that when you were back in Manchester?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
and that's a good game. That was actually a PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have 2 more games.
Okay.
2 more games you want to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
So my next pickups were...
I feel like you've owned these games already.
No, I never have.
No?
No. We're more accidental. So Goodwill finds. I'm always looking for games to either for myself or to sell. And I had I found a PS2 system with 2 controllers and a wireless receiver, and then I also found a guitar which buries the lead, but that's fine. So I so I found.
Why does that bury the lead?
So I found the with the wireless PS2 guitar, which I don't think you see as often as the wired ones, and that is for the Guitar Hero series. So my intent was originally I picked up Guitar Hero 3 and Guitar Hero 2 with the guitar and the wireless receiver, and my intent was originally to package it all together because the prices for the wireless one were I don't know, fairly high, $40 to $50 or whatever.
But
so I had to test it because I wasn't sure if it worked or not, and it's not like Bluetooth. It's the 2.4 gigahertz wireless. So I was like, let me just test the game out. Put in guitar. I think I have loose disc for like Guitar Hero 80s and the original Guitar Hero. Pop it in,
just like the Pied Piper.
Symphony of Destruction.
So just so that you guys know, that was the first song. Well, when I was living at home, Trenton brought over his PlayStation 2 with Guitar Hero. I don't know which one it was. I think it was Rock the 80s.
No, it was the first one. Yeah.
And the first song that he played for me, and I never experienced Guitar Hero before, was Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth.
The earth starts to rumble.
I think when we started, it's one of those things where like when we started playing, the sun was out, and by the time we were done playing, it was pitch black.
Yeah,
and we were playing in the living room with my parents' front projection television screen.
We were in the living room playing.
We were in the living room playing that.
Oh,
that's not a doubt.
Surprised I didn't beat the brakes off you. Get out of here!
Yeah.
Get in your room.
My dad actually enjoyed you quite a bit.
No, I know, but I don't even remember playing because anytime we would play video games,
they weren't home yet. They weren't home yet. It was in the winter time.
Was that what it was?
They weren't home. They were still at work.
We were on like winter vacation or something.
Yeah, and by the time it got dark, it was like only like 6 o'clock. The bakery didn't close until 7.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
Dude, that was so awesome. That was so much fun.
Dude, yeah, because man, I feel like that'd be like a whole. We could talk about that game for so long. Because Paul, a friend, he had actually. I mean, maybe his brother had got it, and I wasn't even really familiar. I was like, "Oh, you got Guitar Hero?" I would play it. I'm like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
I know, it was awesome.
This is like the most amazing thing ever. Now, people they probably would just be like, whatever, because there's so many like rhythm style games and all that. But it was like the first, like you're holding a guitar, like an actual, like it feels like you're. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like you're literally playing the song.
I'm sure that anybody who's watching has played Guitar Hero. They get it. They've seen.
They've
seen Couples Retreat. They understand.
Couples Retreat.
Yeah, they play it in Couples Retreat.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the guy hustles them. Vince Vaughn works for like.
Oh, I was thinking of some TV show. I was like, oh yeah.
Vince
that's
Vaughn
right,
works for like Activision, and like he makes Guitar Hero, and then he hustles Stanley with a C.
Yeah.
He hustles him and then gets the information that he needs or whatever.
Yeah, and then it was. I mean, I don't know. It was like a phenomenon. I mean, I don't know.
It was a phenomenon.
I think Dance Dance Revolution had came out before that, and that was like. Mind blowing.
You had that too. You had the mat. We played it at your house.
That one's a little different, but like Guitar Hero, oh man, it was just like I don't know. I think the timing of when it came out, the songs, it was just like a perfect mix of like the time. It was, and then he had 2 guitars, so it's like playing against each other. Oh man, it's just so good. Destruction.
It was perfect. Yeah, that's a good score, man.
So I decided to keep them because I was like, oh man, I don't. You know what? I'm just gonna keep these because it's just.
One day you'll play with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! You play some Guitar Hero, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it had what was the Pantera song? Oh, the line we stand tall. No one could just sit all.
Yeah.
We're coming to your. Oh man, yeah, everything about it was great because they covered like every like kind of genre. They had like some of the heavy metal, rock, some pop style songs. They kind of covered like everything. Classic.
It was fantastic. It wore out its welcome because they just made so many of them.
Yeah,
but I think
it's understandable.
It's time heals all wounds, right? It's like it takes time to kind of get back into that. And
hey,
I feel like
we're gonna bring this back. It's a callback. I need to take a little time.
Is that on there?
I think that's too
Guitar
slow
Hero.
for a
Guitar Hero
song.
soft rock. Mix.
There is a foreigner, Jukebox Hero. That was on the first one.
Oh, was it?
Jukebox Hero got stars in his eyes. So you know what? I did play. Well, just a quick thing on. I think it's the '80s one. I think they didn't want to end up paying some of the bands or whatever.
Rock the '80s was supposed to be really good.
Yeah, so I think it was like a Scorpion song. I don't think it was Rock You Like a Hurricane, but it was one of them. And then I'm like, why does this sound different? And it's not. It's like a cover version of the song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it seemed like that there was a few songs like this. So I don't know if there was some issue back then where maybe some of the either the owners of the music or the bands, they were just asking for too much to like hand over the license to their song, because there's some that are just like a cover. It sounds like almost like the original,
sure,
but you can tell it's not their original song.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then then the rock band came out with the drums and the microphones and
yeah.
But no, those things are still fairly high price. Like some of the Guitar Hero games, like there's when they started making like specific band ones, like the Metallica one is like a $30-$40 game.
Then they started making like the Rocksmith. Remember that was like a real guitar.
Funny, I just found that the other day.
Really?
Yeah, and I sold it too. Yeah, it was Rocksmith, and it has the so you can plug into your actual guitar.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny.
The song, by the way, is "Cowboys from Hell."
Yeah. I don't know why I blanked on it right there.
It's all good. I looked it up. I found it. So, Sal, did you want to talk about something?
All right, next.
Go ahead and talk about it. What did you get? You got it recently. You've been asking about it for about a year and a half.
Oh, this is almost like a
Minecraft.
continuation.
Minecraft is one of my...
What do you like to do in this game?
Go around the world fighting these...
Stab pigs with your sword.
Yeah.
Oink, oink, oink.
And stab swords with your pig.
Yeah.
And
Slash
like
the spiders.
I like the
But you have played Minecraft before, right? On the tablet?
no, not the tablet. I play it for the Switch.
I've seen you play Minecraft.
You've played it on the
I
iPad.
play on the Switch for the Switch, Nintendo Switch.
Right. He's played it on he's played it on the iPad.
Yeah, but that was before I got this.
Right.
Correct. That's why I'd asked you.
That's what Uncle Trenton said, and you ignored him.
No, I see on the thing it says it's a Super Mario mashup. Does that mean you can? There's like Mario skins.
There's a Mario skin in there, but we haven't played that one.
I have.
You have?
Why is it like a different story, or is it just? It's just a skin.
There's no story.
It's not a story.
No, I know.
Like,
This is
you
why I
just
don't find
walk
this
around
interesting.
Looking at toads.
Yeah, but it's a phenomenon.
Again, it's you make the game essentially.
I know
it's a
everything
phenomenon,
about
though.
Minecraft. I know some things about Minecraft.
Right.
So I know one thing, and it's
Would you say I don't know much, but I know how I love you?
All right, we're an hour and 12 minutes into this episode,
Okay.
so we're gonna need to wrap it up soon.
Sure.
If we're gonna not make a liar out of me. So what else did you want to say about Minecraft? Because this is gonna be probably your last game.
my last game.
Probably. You got something else you want to talk about?
No.
I'm
All
good.
All right.
So
It's Minecraft. Everybody knows how crazy Minecraft is, right?
everybody does. Everybody.
That's right.
Everybody. But you enjoy it. Have you played it recently or no? Or are you playing SpiderMan
I
now?
play it all the time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I play it when we go to Dunkin' Donuts.
It's my Dunkin' Donuts game.
It's the Dunkin' Donuts game.
But literally,
Like if we go to Starbucks, whole different. It's
Yeah.
Minecraft Dungeons if we do that. You know.
but I play that not often.
You play Minecraft Dungeons.
Not often though. I play regular Minecraft.
Oh, that's a whole.
often.
Health
there's
is
a whole
145 out of 145.
There's a whole other Minecraft
Yeah. Minecraft
on the
Dungeons.
Switch.
It's a dungeon crawler. It's like Diablo.
Interesting.
It's good. I like it better than regular Minecraft. You can do it
What?
two-player too.
What? You want to look at it?
All right, so the last game I'm going to talk about actually has two different copies. So, I'll never forget. It was the year 2000, and up until then, we really hadn't gone on any crazy vacations, but we had made the decision. My father and mother had made the decision. We were going to the Bahamas.
He's a Bahama mama man.
I've never been more excited.
Tommy Bahama.
We were going to a place that had blue water. Right?
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take it to Bermuda.
I was
Bahama.
finally going to be able to have a coconut, like water out of a coconut.
Oh, like on all the TV shows.
Yes.
Like it's Saved by the Bell when they
Like
went
they
to
literally
Hawaii.
walked down. They walked down like the shoreline with coconuts.
Was it a coconut with the straw and an umbrella?
Possibly, I don't know about the umbrella, but it had a straw.
Nice.
You know, the little paper umbrella you put in the drink.
No, I
you
get
know?
it. I just don't know if it had the umbrella, but it was
For the sake of the story, it did.
sure. They cut off the top and you could drink the water out of it, right?
The coconut juice.
And I had a EGM, which is Electronic Gaming Monthly. So there was two things that I had that I was excited about on the way down, and I told you about one of them.
Girls in bikinis.
Well, I wanted to look at every piece of female that was down there. Like it was just like I was excited about anything. There was like a little nightclub we could go to as a 16-year-old.
All the Capri Suns you could handle.
Yeah, I was ready to mingle. Let's put
All
it
right,
that way.
let's get back to
However,
games.
I had two things that I was excited about. I had my
Oh,
I had
no,
my-
no,
I had-
no, no,
I had my Sony
no,
Discman
no, no.
Oh, God.
that was
No,
packed
no.
with.
Wait,
No.
it was this year? This was the year 2000?
Yes, I had my Sony Discman packed with
Ozzy?
"Yeah Baby" by Big Pun, who had just passed away. It was his posthumous release.
Yeah.
I listened to that front and back to front. I don't know how many times on the way down. In the
Oh,
in the airplane.
yeah.
Yeah. You like
You like apples?
Yeah, exactly. I was listening to that album and I was reading.
It goes ha 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 ha.
I'm laughing at you now. You told me I was ugly. I was scared to crack a smile.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
20-inch rims, house on the hill.
Yeah.
Getting mad skins. Ha 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 ha. It was all a dream. Yes. That album was played constantly. And I had the Discman that had the anti-skip. It had like a little meter.
Yeah, the 40-second now. You
Yeah.
just like start punching.
You
it.
just start shaking it around, watching the meter as it's
Still
going
playing,
down.
still
and then,
playing.
And you stop, and then it like fills back up, and you're like, ah ha ha ha.
And then your batters would be dead in 20 minutes.
Yes, exactly. So there was that, and then I was listening to that, and I was reading my EGM, and in the EGM was a cover story on this new game coming out called SpiderMan.
Like it's like some revolutionary name.
Yeah, well,
This new game.
because it was
Poo in your hand.
they were so strong about it. They were like, it's Spider-Man, right? Now this is the
Spider-Man,
Dreamcast
J. Jonah
version,
Jameson.
which I just picked up. But I've owned the version that I played as a kid was this version. I don't have the cover, but it's Spider-Man on the PS1. And so I was on the beach. I was reading the cover story
I was just sitting there.
over and over again. I got home. I ended up getting this game for, I think, probably Christmas that year.
The PS1.
PS1 version.
Spider-Man.
Let me know when you're done so I can finish the story. I just want to know. I'm not upset. I just need to know when you're going to be done.
The Spider-Man
Yeah, you
song.
don't need to sing the Spider-Man song.
Take a look overhead. There goes the Spider-Man.
I'm gonna throw you out of the room right now
Fine.
if you don't quiet.
I'm just saying.
Okay. So I ended up playing this game and it was awesome. It was great. I mean, it's still considered beyond like the PS4 games and soon to be PS5 game, the best Spider-Man game that's ever come out.
Ever.
And so I played this game religiously, and I had an amazing time with it. So I played through this game. I thought, like, listen, you know what? That was a year 2000 game, whatever, no big deal. Played through it. I go over to my buddy Steve's house, Steve Kilgus.
Oh, SK.
So Steve didn't have a PS1, but you know what he had? A Sega Dreamcast.
I do remember that.
Because we all had Sega Dreamcast at that point.
I did not.
You did not, because you're a square.
Yes.
So I see this symbiote level. It's like one of the later levels he's playing in Spider-Man, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Spider game I played, but that my Spider-Man game didn't look like that.
My Spider-Man dangle do look like that.
This was like everything was rounded and everything was higher quality and it looked realistic and the actual goose.
Why is yours look more better than mine?
It actually like stretched, and I was like, "This is the real deal." I never owned this game on the Dreamcast, but I finally was able to pick it up. It was one of the last two Dreamcast games that I want. The last one being Gunbird 2, but it's one of the ones that I've been wanting to get. And they even in the cutscenes they redid all the assets. So the game actually is like, this is like the definitive version. This is like the Microsoft Windows version.
Of course.
Is like, and it's like so many games are like that on Dreamcast, where it's like, this is the one that you got to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, because they were just a little bit ahead of the technology on the other, well, like, you know,
64
Hydro Thunder
and Hydro Thunder, Gauntlet Legends, like Ready to Rumble,
Blitz,
Mortal Kombat Gold, like
Yeah.
Blitz 2000. All of these games were like just that extra step higher that made it that much better, that made it more like arcade perfect. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So this is a game that, and the music is really great. They got a bunch of costumes that you can wear that are, you know, and those are in the cutscenes. So you can play as Venom at some point. So it's just one of those games that it's like the gift that keeps on giving. And honestly, I'm glad that I own both versions. I mean, I love the PlayStation 1 version, and you know, the Dreamcast ones I've wanted to own for a while. So yeah, so that's notable game in history, and I'm glad I'm on it. Maybe we'll be able to do an episode on it at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. With that being said,
I think we're good.
we'll let you finish up.
Get up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really
Do
too
something.
much.
Do it quick.
So I think this is brand new. I picked it up because it was like $4, and is the Game Boy 4-player adapter.
Oh,
So
we'll have to play Motocross Maniacs.
is that multiple players?
Probably not.
Oh, I think was that like the Faceball 2000 or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, all we need is 4 Game Boys.
Baseball. We can play baseball.
4 copies of the game. I was just like, it's just cool. I mean, you never see like the 4-player adapter anywhere.
But wait, do you need another adapter from somebody else's to plug into it?
You need, you got to like link the links.
Where's
It's a link to, so you put this in one Game Boy.
Right.
You take your Game Boy and link it to this one, link it to that one.
So there's a separate cord.
You need 3 more.
Just a regular cord, though.
Like, the link cord, like the 1-to-1 cord.
Right.
Yeah.
So wait, would I need to have this thing too?
This is what you had to do to play multiplayer games in 1990.
Wait,
so if I have a cord and you have a cord, and then this is the hub for the cords, do I need a game?
Yeah, why can't you just hook one system up to the other system?
No, but this is 4-player though.
Oh, for 4-player games.
Yeah. I mean, you get the link cable; it just goes 1-to-1.
Oh, I got you.
But we're talking about 1-to-1 to 1-to-1.
I just want to play baseball against you.
Right. Well, then we just need the regular cord, which I think came with the original Game Boy.
It did?
Because Tetris was 2-player game.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But whenever we have 4 Game Boys, 4 cords, and 4 people with 4 games,
now does
we
that
can
work?
use it.
Does that work with the Advance too?
The Advance.
Game Boy Advance?
Oh, Game Boy Advance. No, I don't think so. This came out in like 1990.
It's only the original Game Boy?
1990, yeah. It's got the plastic though.
Or the Game Boy Color, maybe?
Well, because Game Boy Color had, I don't know if it uses the same connection, but I know it could play Game Boy games. But they also had that wireless thing on it too. That might have been for data transfer though.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember Pokemon doing that. People would trade Pokemon with like sitting next to each other just through the wireless.
Was that a high school thing? People were doing that?
Yeah. Technology,
Yep.
I'll just finish with these 2, and then I picked this one up just because it was like $4.
I was just talking about this
It's the black box NES game.
This was a big deal back in the day when I was a kid, man. My uncle had this game. This was a game that we played competitively.
Constantly. And that is baseball for the NES in the original black box. So this game is actually pretty pricey if it was in better condition. And
why? What is it for in the complete?
I mean, I think it was like 60 to 70 or something.
You got it for
like
$4?
Yeah.
Where?
A Game Exchange, baby.
$4.
Yeah. And I don't know if this was. It doesn't seem like this would be the plastic it came in. I could be wrong. But it has the sleeve, the foam.
Is that the foam?
And foam in the manual, but the 2 tabs on the top are gone.
Whatever.
So I mean, but you're
not looking this to increase in price.
But in terms of value, but I mean, it's like you come across any like Nintendo game in the box.
Here's the thing about this game, and I know that my MO is to kind of hype up games, and I get that, but there was nothing like this when this came out. Like the closest thing you had to this was like Atari baseball, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Now this game is known for having rubber band AI, so it's like
they'll catch up.
If you're losing, like the other team will come back or whatever. But there was nothing like this game at the time that it came out. It was revolutionary, and it was like, this is a game you can go back and still play. I can't go back and play Atari baseball. Just like
most Atari games you really
I can't.
You know?
No, I can play Yar's Revenge. I can play Demon Attack. I can play
2600 games.
Yeah, absolutely. I can play those games. Those are fun games. But
okay, good.
You can give them their due. I can't give Intellivision or like Atari 2600 sports games their due. This is a game I can still go back and play. This is, to me, is like a modern retro game in the way of like, it's one that I could still pick up and play 9 innings of.
Yeah, and
the sound effects are just they're nostalgic for me.
This was a launch game, I believe.
Yes,
right, or at least in that window.
It was a launch game.
Yeah, I mean,
Frank Cifaldi approved.
Yeah, him too. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's great. A game historian, Nintendo historian. That's a great pickup, dude. For $4, are you kidding me? That's a no doubter, Bob.
Yeah. No doubt all day.
Yeah.
Then the last one.
Right, let's bring it home, baby. Bring it home.
We'll go up in
the. We've done an episode on this game.
Nintendo.
Sort of.
Well, not this
sort of
one. Yeah, in the Nintendo Echelon one, I've kind of given up trying to get box games on the 64.
Right. Only wrestling games.
Yeah, but this is one I still haven't played But I remember when it came out, I was like, because I had played this. Obviously, we did the Super Nintendo one, and that was like, I thought that game was like the best fighting game. And it's, I guess, is.
And then you played Eternal Champions, and we're like, I'd rather play Eternal Champions.
Eternal Champions and Killer Instinct.
Yeah, remember that was our episode, and you were like, I kind of would rather play Eternal Champions than Killer Instinct.
I said that.
Yes.
Well, I take it back. Anyway, Killer Instinct Gold for the Nintendo.
How can you take it back when you haven't played them side to side again?
Killer Instinct Gold for the Nintendo 64. Haven't played it, but I need it. I want it. I have it. Eventually, I'll play.
Was it a need or a want? Yep.
I want to need it. You know?
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, I mean, it kind of does.
It kind of does, and it kind of doesn't, Sal. You're right.
Yeah, Killer Instinct Gold. This was like the arcade game.
Mm-hmm.
Never played it.
Gargoyle.
But for some reason, I feel like when it
could have
first
been
came
called
out,
Killer Instinct 64.
Yeah. I feel like when it came out, it was people kind of weren't really digging it too much.
Well, here's the problem. It came out so close to like Mario 64 that nobody really cared.
Yeah.
And Killer Instinct 1 came out on Super Nintendo a year before.
What, 95?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, maybe this came out in early 97, but it was less than 2 years.
Yeah. But I got it I think I got it for like 20. I got it on Facebook for maybe like $21. So I had to pick that up. I don't really come across too many 64 games that
you
I'm
want
really
anymore?
looking for anymore. The only one I really want to get is Resident Evil 64.
2?
Yeah. That's probably like the top of my want list. Short want list on the 64. I think I got pretty much all covered, the ones I want.
Are there any other systems where you have like a larger want list?
Not really.
Like at the game show this year, what are you looking for?
I don't know, not too much.
No.
Like, you know.
He's going to people watch everybody.
Yeah.
Jaguar games. It's going to be about Jaguar games.
Yeah. I mean, I only have maybe 10 or 11 left of Jaguar games. And
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've got like 30 something. There's only 53 games for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like high 30, you're in high 30s?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That was fast.
Well, I mean, it's almost 2 years.
That you got the Jaguar?
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Time flies. I'm getting old, Trent.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, I still don't. Not that I was looking for Jaguar games, but I mean, if I saw Jaguar games, I would have been like, "Holy, there's Jaguar games here." You know? I don't remember seeing them. You know, I mean, they're extremely rare to come by. You know.
Yep.
So I don't think there's much I'm going to be really particularly looking for. It might even be some lower games. Like I'm hoping some people have maybe boxes or manuals, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah. I would love to look for some magazines. You know, just some like somebody who's like willing to do a deal and get like 20, 30 magazines for a couple of bucks a piece.
Yeah.
You know, I just there's a snapshot in time that these magazines have that you can't get back. And unfortunately, I left a lot of my old EGMs back at my parents' house. So, that's one thing I'd like to pick up in that 96 to 99 sort of era.
99, huh?
So, you never know. But
I don't know if there's really a whole much on my want list. Maybe some random Sega CD game or.
What do you want at the game show this year, Sal?
Maybe some more SpiderMan games.
Some more SpiderMan games.
Well, there's
some
quite
maybe
a few.
some like a Xbox 360.
Yeah.
You want a 3DS Spider-Man game?
Yeah.
You might be in luck. Yeah, we'll see.
Nice.
If mommy can say yes.
Yep, I think it's a possibility.
Spider-Man on the go.
Yep. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Maybe you guys own some of these games. Maybe you don't. But,
who cares?
Hopefully that's it's piqued your interest as far as maybe some of these things to pick up. Hopefully you guys have some game shows. This is kind of I don't know, to me this is kind of like the season of game shows, is sort of like that fourth quarter period, at least up here in the Northeast. So
'tis the season.
You know, hopefully wherever you guys are, there's some game shows going on, and you guys are able to find some really, really cool stuff and connect with some gamers. And I think that's what it's about, is connecting with people, and these game shows are a great way to do that, and share some stories, share some experience, and that goes back to what this podcast is about. So with that being said, thank you guys for joining us. We always encourage you guys to like this, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Please subscribe. Please have your friends subscribe if they would like this contact, and going back in time and sharing some experiences about the games that we loved and played. And you can, if you guys have any questions, or you do want to have a suggestion, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram, the Turbo Duo, Facebook, the Turbo Duo, or you can email us at theturboduo@gmail.com. And like I said, with that being said, have a great rest of your day. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. Remember, anything good starts from above. And as always, keep it turbo.
Now playing. What is a yellow?